Pipers, back again. Sonoran Slinger here. So, I was in an aromatic mood and thought I'd have a smoke with you. Before we start discussing the aromatic, I'll be smoking it out of my beautiful Missouri Meerschaum Emerald. Probably, in my opinion, one of the most beautiful cobs in creation. And one sweet smoker, too. But what I'm smoking today is Sutliff 507C Aromatic English. And let's get her charred up real quick. I'm telling you, that tastes just like dessert. And smell like it too. As soon as I stuck my nose into the jar, I was like, oh, chocolate, caramel, a little rum maybe. But anyway, let's get her lit. Ho 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 ho. I didn't let it dry out at all, and I gotta tell you, this stuff comes pretty wet right out of the jar. But there's probably, in my experience, I've not had one that came quite this wet, but sure is tasty. Probably going to require a few relights for sure. So fair warning, right off the rip, I don't get a whole lot of English out of this. In fact, the tobacco in it is damn near indiscernible. But if you're in a smoking your dessert kind of mood, this will do the trick. Yeah, chocolate is driving the bus. Lost my check tool, so I'm just using the broad end of this little folder. Works pretty good. So yeah, chocolate up front. There's definitely caramel right next to it. Okay, you get a slight bit of the Latakia, just a touch of Latakia on a retrohale. But for the most part, on the retrohale, you're just sniffing dessert. Yeah, there's a little bit of vanilla behind it, I'm thinking. I'm so glad I'm not a tobacco snob, because they called this an English, an aromatic English, but it has English in there. And you can't really do that. There's a purity standard with Englishes, right? And that's what makes me like them. But aside from the flavor, you can't add something to an English and then still call it an English. It just don't work that way. I'm not saying I dislike this. It's actually very tasty. I'm not going to get annoyed at the relights. It's a wet aromatic. I'm kind of expecting to relight a bunch. And I read some things in some other reviews too, where this one dude said he'd left it out for a whole week. He came back to it, it was still wet. I don't believe everything I hear on the internet, so I might, try it out, see what happens. I might even mess around and put it in the press and make a make a sweet cake out of it, right? Yeah. So the flavors, they obfuscate completely the tobacco flavors. The topping, the topping just makes that all go away. It basically does. You don't know you're smoking tobacco. They're very good flavors, though. They're mellow. They're not hard-charging, punchy flavors that are just like overpowering. They're minorly subdued. They're subtle. Yeah, I'm getting chocolate, caramel, and vanilla for sure. I'm getting a hint of some sort of alcohol. I'm going to venture the guess at rum. Could be a whiskey, though. Might be a whiskey. But that alcohol undertone is there. Yeah, it's good. I like it. I understand aromatics aside from the straight blends we all like. I don't go into smoking an aromatic thinking, oh, I'm going to get the tobacco flavors out of this and all that. It's just not what I do. That'd be like getting anything you want and expecting something else out of it, and that doesn't make sense to me. I'm eating a banana, but I want it to taste like an orange. Yeah, it's pretty good, guys. If you're ever you got the sweet tooth going on, this would be a good one. Probably get it before Sutliff is kicking rocks down the dusty trail, though. Doesn't matter, though. It doesn't matter. There's a lot of other good shit you can go out there and get. You don't even have to get this, but if you do, you won't be disappointed, in my opinion. Well, I can tell on the way down the bowl, the flavors are eddying out a bit. I'm just getting a touch more of the Latakia in there. At this point, I'm not really getting the other tobaccos in an English at all. But the Latakia is sticking out a little bit more now. The topping's kind of eddying down. Try it out, guys. It ain't bad. Sonoran Slinger out.